Great plagues have ravaged populations throughout man's history. Everyone, for instance, has heard of the Black Death, which eliminated nearly half the population of Europe in the 14th century. Rich and poor fell to the disease. It made no distinction between the classes. So significant was the impact of this plague that the entire social structure of England and many other countries was shattered. Few are unaware of the social disruption and economic and even political turmoil also wrought more recently by the COVID-19 virus. A tiny and unseen bit of genetic code had the power to bring the global economic engine to a near halt, leaving a trail of economic and social chaos in its wake. Yet as you hear these words, another plague is marauding in our midst, one that costs our economy billions of dollars a year and claims victims from Skid Row to the corporate boardroom. Reporting for the Global News in September 2016, Nicole Mortiaro indicated that a Conference Board of Canada study set the cost of depression and anxiety to Canada at nearly $50 billion annually. The same research concluded that almost 1/4 of Canadians are unable to work due to their symptoms. On a global scale, the problem is even more dramatic. Reporter Andrew Russell commented on a global news blog about a World Health Organization study that had been published in the medical journal The Lancet in April 2016. This study estimates the economic cost of anxiety and depression to be over $1 trillion annually. The number of people in this age suffering from depression to the point of impeding their contribution to their family and society is shocking, to say the least. In 2018, The Guardian reported on the magnitude of the problem. At any one time, it is estimated that more than 300 million people have depression, about 4% of the world's population when figures were published by the World Health Organization in 2015. Depression is the leading global disability, and unipolar, as opposed to bipolar depression, is the 10th leading cause of early death, it calculates. The link between suicide, the second leading cause of death for young people aged 15 to 29, and depression is clear. And around the world, 2 people kill themselves every minute. The article also noted an interesting fact, that rates of depression are inconsistent between nations. While rates for depression and other common mental health conditions vary considerably, the United States is the most depressed country in the world, followed closely by Colombia, Ukraine, the Netherlands, and France. At the other end of the scale are Japan, Nigeria, and China. In general, research suggests that depression as a clinical problem is far more prevalent in Western cultures, especially in nations such as the United States, Canada, France, Germany, and New Zealand, than it is in cultures of the Orient. While suffering from depression is not new to the human experience, the extent of the problem has increased drastically in the past 2 decades. And for the first time since records have been kept, it appears to be the endemic challenge of the 21st century. The true depth of the problem is perhaps more fully described in a study by Dr. Ronald Kessler, published in 2011 and available on the website of the National Center for Biotechnology Information. The study is entitled The Costs of Depression. Here Dr. Kessler states, "The World Health Organization ranks major depressive disorder as the 4th leading cause of disability worldwide and projects that by 2020, it will be the 2nd leading cause due to the currently unexplained increasing prevalence in recent cohorts." Dr. Kessler goes on to explain how the study links serious depression to issues that impact economic development, such as early termination of education, reduced incidence of successful marriage, teen childbearing, and reduced potential in employment. This has the overall effect of eroding the individual's capacity to contribute to the economy and to personal economic stability. Personal health, Kessler states, can also be impacted from long-term depression and shows links between depression and a variety of disorders from arthritis to cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. One would think that with universal public education during the most prosperous period in human history, and for the last 70 years being free from the direct effects of conflict, the Western world would be seeing a decline in serious cases of depression. Yet, as we have seen, the opposite is the case. Clinical depression has numerous causes or triggers. In the next 2 chapters of the series, we shall first examine biological contributors leading to depression, look at a number of non-biological contributors, and discuss some steps that may be taken to address these serious conditions.
If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And for more content like this, please visit our website at tomorrowsworldviewpoint.org.